Have you ever wondered how complex can a board game really be? Well, chess is an example of a board game that is extremely complex at times. So complex that even computers haven't completely figured it out yet. In this puzzle we are looking at a very difficult situation for white here. It looks like white is doing very well because they're up a piece. They have to choose what either they take with the king or with the bishop here on f2. I can already tell you taking with the king is the best thing. It looks very dangerous, but after the check on f3, after going king e1, there is simply nothing here for black. So this was the proper way to play this game. However, in the game he took with the bishop, which is a mistake because now he can still go queen f3, which is the only move that works. And the reason this works is of course because we threatened a checkmate. White decided to trade off a set of rooks. We have to go bishop f8 to block the check. And now how do you continue this game? Well, white has to play king f1, otherwise he gets checkmated. And in this position there's only one move that works again for black. It is knight g4, and the reason this works is because it obviously threatens checkmate once more, and at the same time it attacks the h2 pawn. So how do you deal with this threat if you're playing with white? There's only one way to prevent the checkmate. Actually there's two, but only one that works, which is queen b6. And now we can simply take on h2, and after king e1, black is actually doing better here, even though white is up material. And the very difficult part of this puzzle is that we now have to find a very difficult move, which is queen h1 check. And the reason why this is very difficult to see is because usually what you don't want to do if you're playing in a position like this is allow the enemy king to escape, which is something that is happening in this puzzle. He has to go king d2, which is the best move, and now we go bishop h6. And bishop h6 is a brilliant move. The reason this is a brilliant move is because it sacrifices a piece, but the piece cannot be accepted. Because if you take here, you go knight f3, and after king e2, for example, we can take a free queen, because that's a discovered attack. So the bishop cannot be taken. So what do you do here if you're white? You go king d3, the best move. And now we have to find another very difficult move, the only move that works, which is queen f1. And this gives another check, and this allows the king to go down, because if it goes down, there's a mate in 5 on the board. Very difficult to see. It's knight f3, whole different line, which is very difficult to see, of course. So what do? You play knight e2, and now we go queen d1, once again the only move that works. After king c3, we go check with the bishop on d2, and now king b3, check on d5, and after blocking with the bishop, the only move that doesn't allow a checkmate as well, we trade off and we take the knight. And now in this position the game is over because white is simply down a piece, and it is very difficult to see how all the different checks are winning, which is what makes chess such a difficult game, because every move has a few different counter moves, and as you can imagine, after a few moves that's going to be very difficult to calculate a lot of different things that are happening. So hopefully you guys like the puzzle, and see you in the next one. Bye.